right, here we are. We get to breathe and move mindfully together. Welcome. Let's start to match it up. Breath and the movement. Inhale, lifting the shoulders. Exhale, let go of any of that excess stress around the face, shoulders. So I'm making big movements, but you don't have to. If you want to add in this to make it a little bit like a cat and cow where you're making a wave of your body, go for it. And if you want to add in that little bit of rotation, start to glide along the thighs, lifting the shoulders forward and back. All right, I'm going to pause. I know there is another direction. The physics of it somehow don't make sense, but anyway, there you have it. All right, going back to center, get any little wiggles out before we check in. Body, mind, and breath. Once you find stillness in the center, let's focus on the body first, noticing whatever's connecting to the floor. Perhaps your seat or your feet first. And your seat may not be on the floor, but in a chair, so wherever that is landing. And then notice if you're sitting a little off kilter or do you feel a little unweighted. On one side, find the balance so that you've got your support system grounded so that you can rise up. Good. Start to bring the ears in line with the shoulders, in line with the hips if they're not there already. And if you land where it feels just too rigid, you know what to do. Soften somewhere. All right, let's check in. Anything that's speaking out to you a little louder this morning, might be physically or a swirling thought. No stories, no judgments. You know how easy it is. You start going down a storyline, just let it go. All right, all of that, place it to the side. We bring it to the awareness of the sounds of the room. Sensation of the air flowing in the nostrils, back of the throat, the body expanding, and exhale all the way back out. Our breath this week is the alternate nostril breath. All of you here right now know well, you can do it with your hand, alternating, or you can imagine it. I'll take you through the hand version in case you are joining later and you've never done this before. So we close, full breath in and out. Close off the right nostril or imagine you are. Inhale left. Close off the left, exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Keep using the hand or you can imagine the airflow. It does work. Continue 2 more cycles. Make sure your head is facing straight forward and you haven't turned it towards the up hand. Keep the airflow. Last exhale through the left nostril is your completion. Full breath in and out. Always good to notice how you feel, especially after that breath practice. Okay. Let's head onward. setting the intention for the day or bringing in something that you already have. How would you like to show up this day towards yourself? All right, we'll send it on its way out into the ethers. Bring it to the center, palms together, elbows out. Take a roll of those shoulders up, back and down. Keep a little pressure here as you start to rise up a little taller. Draw the navel center inward, not enough that you're sucking and gripping. Solid. Keep that lift going. Inhaling. You know this one so well. Exhale, span out. Get 2 more on your own rhythm. Intentional. Notice the point where your hands connect. I was going to say deconnect. When they let go, that moment, they let go. Pausing here, elbows by the side, reverse it. Keeping the shoulder blades gently together. Notice where the hands connect. That first moment, exhale down. Okay. 2 more. Gosh, is it only 2? I mean, we're still on 2. You may be way ahead of me or behind. We're just getting there. 1 more. We all cross together. All right. Go ahead and let the shoulders relax. Clasp the hands. Find that figure 8 or the wave. Fingers are loose. Wrists are loose. Okay. Pause it and reverse it. Great, come on back through center. Keep the hands clasped. We'll take the backs of the hands forward, hugging that imaginary something. Spread your wings, bow the head. When you're ready, an inhale gets you back up. We're off to one side on the exhale. Feel free to grab a wrist instead, or keep the hands clasped. Back up, inhale, exhale, other side. Back up, inhale. And exhale, we let it go. All right, roll it out. Let's take your right hand towards the right seat. Whether that's the floor or the chair, drop the shoulders. Press that hand firmly away so that you can send your left sit bone back down. Take this left hand kind of cupped underneath, and you're going to sweep it out. Up, palm faces forward, and then flips down towards the floor as you get it up. Good. Keep drawing the shoulder blades out of the ears. Find space. You know the options by now. You can cradle, and if that just doesn't happen today, keep it down low. Just trying to get that reach into that space. I don't know if you can feel it, where the ribs meet the hips. It's always my spot. Go ahead and come back up. Left hand takes the outside of the right thigh. Shoulders drop again. And then we swim that right along the ear to the left diagonal. Instead of letting your body just go all the way over, unless you want to, fight the fall by using that effort of the left hand on the right thigh. Good. So now you're sending your right sit bone down to get into that space where the ribs meet the hip. Last breath. Back up when you're ready, over to the right rotation. You're still tall, shoulders are open from the collarbones out. And for those that don't want to rotate much, you don't have to. Stop at a 45 and just rotate the head if possible. Looking towards that back diagonal. Last breath there, 360 degrees. Slide it back to center. All right, maybe a little cat and cow in between if you want, or maybe you just like the cat or the cow. All All right, let's head off to the other side. Left hand plants to the floor or the chair. Drop it down. Right seat grounded. Left hand cupped underneath. And we swim it out, up and over. Replant again so that you can settle those shoulders out of the ears. And you know your arm positions. This one doesn't have to be up. It could be cradled or down. Good. Breathe into that space where the right ribs hit the hip. Unless you have a super long torso. Come on back up. Right hand takes the outside of the left leg. Drop the shoulders again. Left ear or left hand to the right diagonal. And fight the fall. Yep, fight the fall by pressing your hand and your thigh into each other. Breathing into that upside body. Last one in. Then we're back up and you're into that rotation to the left. Any amount, it's the right amount for you today. So collarbones are open, spine is tall. And if you feel comfortable taking that gaze back towards the left, any amount. You're not seeking for pain, which is fine. Most of the people I work with are like, I'm gonna go till it's painful. No. Why? All right, take one more full breath. Come back to center. Find that little cat and cow. All right. I think we'll save our knees and hands today. Just judging who's here today. So we'll take the, come into standing, like the long way around to call it standing. We will use the strap eventually, but you don't need it at the moment. Take your time. Once you are up, you're just going to place your feet a little wider than your hips. Okay. All right. Feet maybe to 11 and 1 or 10 and 2. Knees can be soft. Hands can be on the hips or just free. We're just going to swivel. I'm going to have you focus on the feet. So as you shift over, you're going to shift to one foot towards the toes. So first it'll be that one toe, then it'll be all sets of toes, and then over to the other foot. Back towards the heels. Don't go too far because otherwise you're heading backwards. Fight the fall, and you're coming back around. So we'll do a few with the focus on the feet. All right, and then do 2 more just to focus on the hips. So you don't have to think about the feet so much, but just swirl those hips as much as you want. All right, land back in the center. And we're gonna head the other direction. So you're onto one foot, the toes of that foot, all toes, the other foot, the heels, and around we go. My intention for this, if you're wondering, is that your little foot muscles have to work and you have to pay attention to them versus just going through the motions of swiveling the hips. Woo! Okay, spend a few just easy flows through, focusing more on the hips. Different, huh? I think so. Way different. I don't know why. I mean, it's seemingly the same, but different. Okay, here we go. Wiggle it out. Come into starfish. Drop the shoulders and let's start to circle those arms. Feel free to bring them in any lower angle if you need to, want to. Good. Take a pause and reverse it. Five, 3, and 1. Release. All right. You're going to take the arms here at a W shape. Fingers are facing to the diagonals of the room. And you're going to shift up to a Y shape and then squeeze back down, curl the fingers in. Knees are a little bit bent here. Inhale, exhale. You decide how far you want to reach. Doesn't have to be fully straight. And find the angle that feels better for you. I've called it a Y. That could be any size Y. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. All right, and release. Give it a wiggle. Let's now grab that strap. Okay. All right. Feet can come in a little bit more. Knees are soft still. Here we go. The age-old over the head stretch. Keep your ears in line with your shoulders, in line with your hips, please. And don't let me stop you if you want to go all the way around. Not sure if I can go there today. Bravo. It's a celebration for me, but if that doesn't mean that if you can't get there, it's all good. That's not the goal. For me, it's just a telltale that my shoulders are in better shape than I thought. Good. Last one. Let's find our way back up to the very top. Keep a hold on that strap like you're trying to rip it apart gently. Keep that tension as you side glide over. Perhaps your gaze goes down to the floor, bending towards. If that makes you dizzy, you know what to do. Don't move those eyes or just keep the head still. Last one, just 4 on this one. All right. Great. Go ahead and release. I'm going to have you take the strap back behind you. You're going to have the right palm facing forward and the left palm facing back. So you've just got a off-kilter grip there. Drop the shoulders and you're going to use your right hand to pull the left one across your back. So any amount. Drop those shoulders and then your right ear is going to go to your right shoulder. And one more breath if you want to stay. If you need some support to get that head back up a little, just feels maybe safer, use your other hand to give it a boost. All right, so we switched the hands. Right palm faces back, left palm faces forward. And then you use that left arm now to pull the right one across. Drop the shoulders and then left ear to left shoulder. A lot of lefts and rights going on in this one. And some backs. Each breath out, an opportunity, let go of that shoulder on the right. All right, if you're ready, we're gonna help that head back up. Give it a boost, unwind, and release. Go ahead and set the strap off to the side, I think. Right, and let's grab a block if you've got one. A pillow would work okay too, or just go without. And do I want my weights? Yes, let's grab our weights. If you want. You know, it's always if you want, if you want. That block's gonna be between your thighs, your upper thighs, if you're using it. Weights are in your hand. Spread the toes to the best of their ability and then land them back down. So you don't necessarily need to be hip width apart here. You want enough tension so that you can hold that block. All right, we're gonna sit our tush back. So as you sit, if you notice, gosh, I'm losing the block, you might need to inch your feet a little closer together. As you sit back, your arms are going to come to that Y shape. Something like this, Y shape. All right, and then as we come up, we're going to row back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. All right, so we sit down, Y shape, inhale, exhale. Maybe an exhale down, inhale up. I switched it there, didn't I? Exhale, inhale. Yeah, I think that's good. If you try it and it feels weird, do it the other way. You're not wrong. Exhale down, inhale up. 3 more, you got this. Last one. Hold it here. 3, 2, 1, rise up. All right, give it a wiggle. Mountain pose, 1 breath. Palms are forward. Squeeze that block if you still got it there. Have a little internal press. All right, let it go. Let's set that block off to the side if you were using it. Great. I'm going to step to the right side of my mat. Eventually, we're going to be taking a step forward towards the left or towards the front. Okay. So hands, either weight, both weights, yes, 1 in each hand. Feet about hip width. Take the weight onto your right foot. Little bend in that knee in any amount. So you could keep that left foot on the floor. You could toe plant it for a different challenge or take it to the back, toe plant. Palms are forward. Lengthen up through the sides of the body. Okay, in 3, we're taking it forward. 3, 2, 1. Step that left foot forward. Walk it a little bit out to the outer left of your space. So I've got a little wider stance here rather than right straight front. I know not everyone's on a mat. When you bend into that front knee, it's still that same alignment. Just because you're bending in doesn't mean you keep the knee going forward. Ooh, that looks awful. Okay, don't do that. Right. So have the arms here, elbows bent, palms up. You're going to bend into that front knee and we're going to offer forward. That's that tray lift and set down. And then we pull it back. And we're getting 2 sets of rows here in a row. Offer and pull it back. Make sure that knee is still tracking. That might mean your tray is being set down a little left to center. Three more. I didn't want to say it. You got this. We did 10, okay? Just FYI. At least I did. I'm just saying you might have been ahead of me, so maybe you did more. Okay, here we go. Roll the shoulders back and down. Let's actually step back onto that, back to meet where we started. Mountain pose. All right, so now let's shift the weight onto the left foot. And you've got your options. Every side might be different depending on what injury or discomforts you're dealing with. All right. Lifting up tall through the waistline. Good. On 3, we're sending that right foot forward. 3, 2, 1. Send it forward. Walk it out a little bit to the outer edge. All right, you already know what's coming here. We've got our tray drop. Elbows here. We bend in and we offer the tray down and bring it back. Just say, just kidding, and then we bring it back. Good, we're halfway there. If you keep the arms closer to you. It's going to be less of a challenge on your back. So if that's what you need today, then just keep them close. Good. Last one, I think. Again, it's 10. Good. Roll it back. We're stepping back onto that mount of the mountain. Wiggle it out and meet me there for one breath. Palms forward, thighs pressing outward, active legs. All right, let's switch off here. So let's step the feet wide. Not super wide. All right, 10 and 2-ish on the angle of the feet. We're going down into that goddess. Palms are in the up. We're going to do that one where we shift over. So I'm shifting over to the left. I swim that right arm around. Ta-da! And back to center. Over to the other side. So we're going to go back and forth versus staying on one side. If you want to challenge your balance, your eyes are following that hand. If it's enough just to do it, then don't. Wait, hold on. I switched that up there. There we go. You got this. So we've got this one and 2 more on each side. Play with the angle of your knees to your feet if this is bothering your knees. Always a modification or adjustment we can make to keep going. All right, that's your last one. Release. We're going to keep that same leg position. Of course, if you want to break, bring it in for a second. Wiggle it out. All right, we're going to do one we haven't done in a while, or tap down and tap up, and then we'll get to double taps. Okay? So let's drop it. All right, so we're going to tap down and then you tap up with the weights. If you're not holding weights, just use your fists. Tap and tap. Belly skin slightly drawn in, especially on your exhale. All right, this next one, as we go up, tap 2. Tap 2, 2, 2. Shoulder blades drawn back and down. Try not to clench your shoulders. If you ever need a break in the legs, just stand on up. Just 20 more. Just kidding, I lost my beat there. Okay, just kidding. 2 more. This one, last one. Good job. All right. See, when I say 20 and then it's only 2, feel a lot better, right? Okay. Let's, if you need a break from your weights, please do. I'm just going to keep holding on here. Let's shimmy over to the left side of your space. Keep the weights down. We're going to be taking a step up and over and out, and then we'll land there. Okay? Ready with me? All right. Any amount you want to try the lift, step, and then shimmy that leg. Right foot faces the right wall. Please do check yourself. Hip bones are facing forward. As you bend into that front knee, look down. It should be in line, hip, knee, and your first 2 toes. Okay. Here we go. Start in the center. You're going to go up, like to your forehead. Bend into that front knee and open up your French doors. From there, you're going to extend your arms any amount, where you're 2-ish. Come back up. Close the French doors as you straighten that knee. Okay. So open. Wait, hold on. Where did we go? Open, bend, and straight. Too many hinges going on here. Here we go. So it's a slide and glide. If you want to bring your arms down here, if that feels better, do that. If you find the weights become too heavy and you want to continue, just drop them out on your feet. All right, last one. I lied, last one. We're out here. Keep the elbows just a little bit bent, W shape, and you're going to tap in and out. We got a bicep curl. Three, two, and one. All right. Woo. Step it on back, maybe land in the center, take a pause and wiggle it out. Maybe if you can, clasp those hands behind you or take them behind, stretch the chest. Ooh, we got chest, upper back, and biceps all in one there. Okay, let's head on over left side, or right side, excuse me. When you're ready, we're gonna take that step up and out, or just shimmy yourself over there. Your left foot turns to the left wall. Here we go. Close it in, bend it in, open up the doors, extend the arms. Back in. Okay, you're just on repeat. Again, adjust those arms, adjust the weights so you can always finish. Good, here for 3. 2. 1, last one. Oh my goodness. Okay, bend those elbows in, we're tapping in. Probably shouldn't have had my arm day today. My work. 4 more, you got this. Come on to the end. Oh, last one. Sweep it down. Find yourself back in. Meet me on the mountain. 1 breath. All right, let's let the weights go. Yay! I'm gonna bring a block in, last standing pose, and then we go to the floor, okay? So if you have a yoga block, bring it on in, out to the outside of your right foot. You can also use a book. We're going into a lifted tree, so it's just gonna be a tree like so. Okay, I'm on my left foot. I bring that right foot up. If today's not the day to have that so unweighted, keep it down. Drop the shoulders back and down. And lift. Lift up out of your waistline. Good. In a moment, we're going to stretch those arms out to the side. Good. Forward. Slide across the horizon. Drop the shoulders, flip the palms. And now you're really lifting, right? Lifting, lifting, lifting. Feel free to hold on to something. What's going on with your left toes? Are they lifting? Are they grounded? Try to ground them. Here for 1 more breath. Good. Slide back across the horizon, palms down. Palms together, right back to center. Maybe bow to the floor if that feels okay. Not your whole body, but your gaze. All right. Ooh, come back in, wiggle it out. Mountain pose. Okay, last one. Last one, best one. Here we go. Right foot's your grounder. Left foot any amount. You want to unweight it. Start in the center. Lift up out of your waistline. Good. And then we shoot the fingers forward. We reach it outward. Palms down, sweep across the horizon. Drop the shoulders, flip the palms. Good, keep lifting. It's like your arms had something to press down on so that you could just lift your heart a little higher. Here for another breath if you want to stay. Good. Back across the horizon, palms together, right back in the center, gazing down if it feels okay. All right, absolutely fantastic. Come on back to center, meet me on the mountain. All right. Head on down to the ground. You're going to be on your back. Feel free to be on a bed or a couch if you don't want to greet the ground. Maybe have your weights close by if you want. We're just going to do a little bit of bridging. One last core and then stretch. You're almost there. Okay. Option to have the weights kind of resting on your lower abdomen. If you have any need to go to the bathroom, that might not be the thing you want to do. All right, so I've got either weight on either side. You can always go just for one. Feet are about hip width or a little wider. And you know, this is a bridge, right? We've been here before hundreds of times. You're going to lift up, pause, and down. Notice if you're putting equal weight through both feet. That's what you want on this version. Keep going. You're halfway there. 5 more. You got this. You're breathing. You're controlled. Good. Last one. We're going to hold at the top. You can either go weighted or unweighted for this. You're going to rock your right hip down towards the floor and then back up. Left hip down to the floor and then back up. So it's just the pelvic rock version of your bridge. Good, keep going. You got this. Just 2 more on each. Good, you're on the last one. You got it. All right, lower all the way down. Set those weights to the side if you were using them and bring those knees to your chest. Or one at a time if that feels easier. Or more nourishing, let's call it. All right, I promised one more core one, right? Okay. All right. I'm trying to decide. I wanted to do some kind of crunch, but I'm just going to forego that. Let's do a reverse tabletop. Arms to the sky if you want. Actually, you could go, yeah, weighted or unweighted. So feet are flexed, knees are bent, arms are lifted either without or with weights. Good. You're going to tap your left foot down. Your right elbow is going to bend. Don't hit your head. Then you're back up. Right foot down, left arm bends. If it's too confusing with the arms, just focus on the legs. The next exhale. Keep going if you're good. If your back is in a state where it just would feel better to have one foot on the floor at all times, go for that. There's always a way we can modify so that we can get to it. Oops, I forgot my arms. There we go. Okay, can you 2 more on each side? 3 more on each side. 4 more on each side. I usually like 3s, but for this one, 4 seems better. I hear the cringing. Last one. All right, nice work. You can set the weights off to the side. Maybe hug those knees in or one at a time if it feels more nourishing. Let's take your right ankle over your left thigh for that figure 4. Thread the needle. Keep it there. The leg towards you, either by holding the right leg or behind the left leg. If you want to block to support your foot down on the left, you can. The reason why you'd want that is if it's just so hard to grab your leg that your whole body is coming into a crunch. Or just if your leg feels heavy today. Some days it's like that. Relax those shoulders. If they're off the floor and your head is spilling to the back wall, you want a blanket under your head or a pillow. Take a little rock to the right. See if that inner thigh lights up in a nice way. You can come back through center. Take a little rock to the left. See if that outer hip lights up in a nice way. And then I'll let you rest for the next 2 or 3 breaths in whichever spot felt the best. All right, come back to center. If you're not there already, set that left foot down and cross your right leg all the way over if you're sitting cross-legged in a chair. You may want to block on your left or something to catch your legs so that you're not, if you don't want to go into a big rotation, you're going to let the legs drop off to the left. So this is where if you want your block to kind of catch you, you can. As you let that right arm stream out to the, and your left hand take your lower right rib cage. If you feel like your chest is really tight and you want a little bit more there, you can take your left hand to those left chest area, right where the kind of bicep, deltoid, armpit all conjoin, and your pectoral muscle. And you use the fingers to stream that muscle over towards the left as you stretch your right arm out. Be careful though, there are some lovely nerves that are passing through there, so tingling is not the response that you want. I can do this with my fingers open and I'll get tingling down the arm, but if I close my fingers, it'll be okay. All right, let's take another breath into the upside body. All right, bend back that arm, bring in the legs, unwind, and we'll head into that figure 4 on the other side. Either with that block down at the bottom or without. Think about your tailbone being more grounded than lifted. It's not going to be totally grounded, but just in your mind, thinking of it that way. Relax the shoulders. All right, and if you want, you can take that little roll, shift over to the left, just so subtle, and see if you can find that inner left thigh. Back to center and a little roll, shift over to the right. See if that outer thigh lights up in a nice way. And then maybe just landing in the spot that feels the most nourishing for the next 2 or 3 breaths. Back to center. If you're not there already, go ahead and land that right foot down. Send that left leg all the way across, sitting cross-legged. And now letting the legs drop off to the right. So any amount. You could go all the way to the floor if you have that range and you know it's okay for your spine. For those with osteoporosis, I might just recommend some kind of support there. You might have a good amount of flexibility that it doesn't really rotate your spine. And then that left arm is going to swim out to the side in that T shape, or even up to the back diagonal if you want more And then again, that right hand is either taking the lower rib cage to focus on your breath, or that left pectoral area as you kind of swim that down to the right. If your shoulders lifted off the floor on the left, please reground it. That might mean you come out of the hip rotation. Or slip a pillow underneath it. Perhaps another breath into the upside body. All right. We unwind. Great. Bring your right knee into your chest. Go ahead and straighten maybe the left leg out. Really sitting your knees bent on the left, I would just suggest down flat. Hands behind. You're going to reach that leg straight as it wants to go today. You might have to forgive and just extend your arms a little bit to give that leg a little break. And once you're up there, heel, toe. Relax the shoulders. If it's hard to reach your leg, use your strap to get you there. Circles of the ankle if you want. A couple in each direction, honest circles. Big reach up. Then you're going to bend the knee. Take the right hand to that right knee and just draw it out to the side. And you can either point the toe or flex the foot, but that left leg stays grounded. If it's hard to hold it here, sit that block up underneath your leg. And one more breath. Tuck it back in and we'll set it down. You're gonna bend your left leg, straighten out your right and bring that left knee in. Once again, if this right leg is lifted off the floor, just like halfway bent, go ahead and just set your foot on the floor. All right, hands go behind the left thigh. Start to slide that heel up to the sky any amount. Again, you might have to extend your arms or use your strap to get a little longer. And once you're there, heel to toe. And a few circles of the ankle, each direction. Honest circles. All right, a reach. Great, go ahead and bring that knee back in. Take the left hand to that inside of that left knee and start to draw the knee out to the side. Think of it kind of like a half frog leg, a compressed half happy human. That doesn't sound very nice, does it? We're open humans. Relax the shoulders. All right. Last breath there. And bring it back in. All right. For pre-play time, you can do hip swivels, my egg beaters, windshield wipers. You can bring your legs up to the sky, either on a block or without, shoulder stand. Butterfly, happy baby, so many. So many. Just gravitate towards something that feels the most nourishing. All right, if you're ready for Shavasana, you want to start to work your way back in, getting yourself cozy, covered, supported. All right, start to take you there. Hands can be resting on your body or out and away with palms up, the more traditional version. Whatever you need right now. Knees can always be bent, they don't have to be straight. Let's start to smooth out the thinking muscles. Skin of the forehead, space between the eyebrows, outer corners of the eyes, joint of the jaw, ears, space between the teeth, lips lightly together. See if you can spread the tongue to the floor of the mouth. Your next exhale is like a wave just passing over, down, through you, releasing all the tension, that smoothness, that stillness. Choose your anchor for when your mind starts to take you out, because it will. Nowhere to be, nothing to do. These next few moments are yours. Free to remain in conscious breath and stillness. If you want the extra time, just hit the mute. Finish when you want. Get ready to start the process back out, taking a fuller, expansive breath that reaches all corners of the room. The slowest, steadiest exhale. When you're ready, small body parts first, fingers, toes, wrist, ankles. Rest of the limbs. Perhaps a full body stretch from fingers to feet. Hugging your knees in or one at a time. I know you're all at different points of your transition, so these are just suggestions. Roll to one side or getting up as you know is best for your body. And wherever you might be in your transition, just recalling that intention you made not too long ago. We rise up. Finding your comfortable seat, whether that be in a chair or on your supports on the floor. Shoveled. All right. Let's find our mudra, Ushas mudra, so-called the dawn of the new day. A gesture of new possibilities. So I can think of that as you're making this little basket. It's a very loose clasp of the hands and just ready to capture whatever comes. Holding that close to you. Relax the shoulders. We're going to find that alternate nostril breath. It's going to have to be imagined because of our mudra here. So same thing though. You start with the left inhale, a full breath in and out first. Next inhale through the left nostril. Up and over the horseshoe of the nose, out through the right. In the right. And out the left. 2 more, your own rhythm. Last exhale through the left nostril. Get there when you get there. Full breath in and out through both. We move from Ushas to our gratitude hands, whether that be palms together over your heart, whatever is authentic. Acknowledging at least someone or something to be grateful for right now. I hope the list is long. My rattling gratitude list. Send it outward, perhaps send it upward, lift it up so you can rain it down on you and hold on to it real close, at least for the rest of the day. I'll ohm you out. Join me if you want. All right, inhale, exhale. I'm just doing the breath and not cueing it. Sorry. Inhale to ohm. Om. Yeah. Exhaling together. Namaste. Spirit in me honors the spirit in each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here. Peace in.